Isaac William Joseph, but you know, since this is like the gaming wing, maybe I'll go by my my gamer tag, which is worthy. But you know, you are also worthy. You are worth it. Okay, you're great. But yeah, welcome to Skaldstone Gaming and the channel that is Skaldstone Productions. Today we're gonna go do something very special. I have always loved the Ninja Turtles, and so if you want to know how to make Ninja Turtle cars, I have got you. Okay, I have had Rocket League since 2015, and so I'd like to think I have a lot of things. And so to start off, I want to make a Leonardo and Michelangelo car, and I'm thinking the Honda Civic Type R for both of these. I'm really just gonna go with cars that I've unlocked any of the Ninja Turtle colors for. See, I am a 25-year-old man playing video games right now. Okay, it does not sound the best, but I will have you know, 2003 Ninja Turtles was my thing. Okay, that's my generation's Ninja Turtles. Okay, what I love about the Ninja Turtles is that everybody's got their own group of Ninja Turtles. You know, you got the OGs from the 80s, and then you know the 90s got fed with live action, and then the 2000s was my Ninja Turtles. 2010s was you know, when really Nickelodeon took off with them. And then you got Rise, and now you got the new series coming because of the movie that came out last year, and that's really cool too. So we are going to flip this to the orange team and this to the blue team. Now it's gonna be really confusing, okay? But I want you to know that this almost turquoise type of green. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this is still green. I want you to know. This exact green is the green that Michelangelo was in the 2003 series, and that's why I'm going to go with that. All in all, it's just my own opinion. Make yours however you like. This is obviously not going to be an accurate green for Leonardo, just because it's going to be hard getting greens for the orange team. You know, this might be the only one we can settle for. So I like to go with the EXO. It's almost like a realistic turtle finish on the paint. But honestly, you could straight up just go with a let's see, a glossy to stay true to that cartoon look, or you go with the tune, any of the tunes. I actually have the perfect wheels for for Michelangelo at the very least. I don't want to go too basic and just assume stuffed crust wheels for everybody. But yeah, Michelangelo is definitely rocking the pizza for everything, right? But you know what? Let's just finalize the Michelangelo one. So, what are the Ninja Turtles associated with? Okay, the live-action sequel from 1991, Ninja Turtles: The Secret of the Ooze. And so, what is more fitting than the ooze, the slime, coming out the back right there? Boom, baby. I have the perfect topper for him too. We're going back to the Pizza Pixel. We're going to the pizza references, okay? It's an homage to how long the Ninja Turtles have been around, let alone the pizza reference, because, you know, you got those 8-bit video games that came out with Nintendo and the arcade game, still very popular to this day, and so I think that's perfect too. See, now, if we were making a Casey Jones car, that hockey stick would be perfect, but we're not. Boom, how about that? A radioactive antenna. See, the more research you do on IPs, the more references you could probably make. Kind of like how you might be able to use this UFO, because from the 1987 original cartoon series, they messed with aliens a lot. They really did. So you could do that. We're gonna use voxel for the 8-bit Now for the trail, it might be a little bit tricky. You might need to get like a deep cut here and really know your stuff about the Ninja Turtles. What's this? I mean, that's cool, but I'm not sure. Do we do the chains? Because his nunchucks are connected by chains. Oh, that's good. Oh, flame chain for the win, bro. Oh my goodness. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So we have a reference to him being a turtle with the paint, him being radioactive with the antenna and the boost. Well, the ooze, of course, with the boost. And then his love for pizza in the wheels and the topper. And, of course, his weapon of choice in the trail. All right, that's perfect. Do we want to keep the pizza wheels for Leonardo, or do we want to go a little bit more sophisticated? Because he's the leader, you know. I mean, they all like pizza. They all do. But given the series that you're watching, not so much. You know, pizza's not their life, you know. Do I go with the yin and yang? Do I go with the yin and yang? I don't know. That might be a cop-out. All right, I'd like to think that all these bros can just get boosted by some slime. Not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not trying to steer away from having something different for every car, but I think it should be fitting that all the boys should get. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't know I had that, but yeah, they should all have ooze coming out their butts. I'm sorry. It's not gonna be the most satisfying thing when you see what I'm looking for, but as for the topper, I'd like to reference his katanas. Let's see if I got it. Yes, this cutlass. Yes. See, when you're playing the game, you don't notice the difference. A samurai sword, pirate sword, no difference. You know, we're just gonna visually. This isn't the most fitting thing. But I am willing to say that the name of this antenna is fitting for Leonardo, which is old school. Now, out of all four brothers, Leonardo, he stays true to Splinter's teachings, you know. He's really traditional. He's really by the book. And sometimes he gets into fights with Raphael on whether or not that is the right thing to do. And so we're going to go with old school antenna. But I'd like to say that this car might be fine without one, you know? See, now we went with the 8-bit voxel for Michelangelo, all right? But I think we should go with the traditional cartoon explosion for Leonardo. And now, what are we going to do with this trail? Now, when it comes to the ninja aspect of these guys, they are no stranger to, oh, there's a cloud of smoke and then they're gone. So, I think I'm going to go with the drift smoke for their trail. That's just my personal take on it. I'm actually very happy with this one because, you know, it shows that he is the oldest brother. This is a very mature look compared to Michelangelo. You know, of course, you got to have that visual dynamic. And so this is true to being a ninja, being a student, and being a leader at the same time. And so I like this, but, you know, as I am going to repeatedly say, you make whatever you want to make, right? All right, now I could just go with these cars again, but they don't have red and purple accents, so I obviously got to go with something else. I know exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to use the Harbinger GXT for Raph and Donnie, and here is why we are going with such a different looking vehicle. For Raphael, he's typically the big guy. Okay, there has been some variation of Raph where he is the biggest. He's the biggest brother, but you know, he's a brute force. And Donnie, he has a larger presence sometimes, given which series you're watching, because he's strapped with tech, like so much. He's got this and computers and backpacks and stuff like that. But there has been a series where he is the tallest turtle as well. Those are some pretty techie wheels that I gave him, but let's see if there's something that at least doesn't stand out so hard. Those are called Vulcan, by the way. I want to name everything I'm using just so I can actually be helpful, you know. Now, this might do well because it gives a techie vibe, but it's also purple. The trail is going to be ooze. I'm very tempted to give him this mohawk, but that's very bebop. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is too bebop. Maybe we got to make a bebop car one of these days, but yeah, holding back on that one. I like this jetpack, and we're going to go with it just because it adds to the bulkiness of what I'm talking about for Donatello. You know, antennas, I've been running into some issues, but, you know, we can just put a spark right there and just be like, hey, that's because, I don't know. It looks, I don't know. I have no explanation. It's purple. It works. An atomizer. Now that sounds like some nerd stuff that Donnie would be interested in. We're going to do atomizer. Boom. You just got atomized, bro. And we got white binary. Yep, that works for him too. All right. Going back to the drawing board for Raphael. Okay, now Raphael was the first Ninja Turtle that I actually liked because, you know, I feel like most little boys, they want to be big and they want to be tough. And how do you get big and tough? You got to be a little bit mean with an attitude, you know, but like, you know, I was definitely not cool enough for that anyway. So, and I know exactly what wheels I'm going to use. What do we know about Raphael? He's the strongest one. And he's short-tempered, all right? And some might say he's got a short fuse. So we're going to go with this boomstick set of wheels over here. I think it's perfect. I do like that there's a baby turtle right here. That's cute. We might have to just call it and just give him the turtle shell topper. It does look ugly on there. It does not look... It looks awkward. It looks awkward. Now, this can't stop me sign might work. He's hot-headed, but he's also stubborn. And so I think this is a good message. You know, because I could continue with the explosive, but we already got that for the tires. And so the can't stop me sign, I think that's good. I think that is really, really good. I'm thinking about going with this Shade Raid, just because only a little bit, it reminds me of the old school comics. Mainly the fact that it's colorless and got that artistic pattern on the shading. We're going to go with Excavator because it adds a little bit to his ruggedness, you know. This trail, it's messing up the ground that he's walking on, and that's kind of like the trail that Raph leads whenever he gets really passionate about some mission he wants to fulfill that Leo may or may not agree with. That is Raph, Donnie, Leo, and Michelangelo.